Hey YouTube, I got some videos for you in regards to a lot of things that were happening, not just Black History Month, but videos where teachers were trying to teach kids on slavery and they failed miserably. But I feel that it's a joke. They really weren't trying to teach them about slavery. They're just making mockery of it. You know, if you take out slavery and put Holocaust in it, it would be an outcry. But people are now justifying it. Oh, it's just a mistake. It's just one situation. They meant well. They intended well. We need our kids out of these schools where racists are trying to teach us about what happened to us, and they're making a mockery out of it. They also made it where they don't like to talk about the story because they have it embedded in these news stories where you can't. It makes it hard to take the video. So I videotaped the videos, and then some I have for you to watch. Take a look at all these videos of incidents, and you tell me your thoughts.
So Gwinnett County parents are outraged tonight over third grade math homework. It referenced slaves picking fruit and violence. Channel 2's Carrie Kavanaugh's live in Gwinnett County with why one father says the assignment forced him to have a difficult conversation with his son. Carrie.
Monica, those parents contacted us after they read this controversial assignment. They say they were shocked to see math problems talking about slavery and beatings. They tell me they want to know exactly what the teachers here at Beaver Ridge Elementary School were thinking when they wrote them.
I had to explain to him why Daddy was upset because of the words that were used in that problem.
The problem appeared on a third grader's math assignment. Terrence Barnett was outraged when he read his son's homework. One problem said each tree had 56 oranges. If 8 slaves picked them equally, then how much would each slave pick? Then there was another. If Frederick got 2 beatings per day, how many beatings did he get in 1 week?
I'm having to explain to my 8-year-old why slavery or slave or beatings isn't a math problem. So, and that hurts.
Dad Christopher Braxton had the same reaction.
It kind of blew me away. Frederick, if anyone got any beatings, you don't put that into the homework of any source.
Both fathers contacted the principal at Beaver Ridge Elementary School in Norcross. Then they called us. They wanted to know how these questions ended up on a child's homework. I brought that question to Gwinnett School District officials.
In this one, the teachers were trying to do a cross-curricular activity.
Spokesperson Sloan Roach says the third grade teachers were attempting to cross curriculums, adding some social studies lessons into math problems. But the problem with these questions, there's no historical context.
We understand that there are concerns about these questions, and we agree that these questions were not appropriate.
Whoever put together this paperwork and everything else, the schools and everything, shouldn't teach it this way.
The parents tell me that the principal here is collecting the assignments to shred them so they wouldn't be distributed any longer. Moving forward, they say they're going to work with the teachers to develop more appropriate questions, and they'll say they'll do a better job of reviewing them before they go home with students. We're live tonight in Gwinnett County. Carrie Kavanaugh, Channel 2 Action News.
More than 150 years after the Civil War, slavery is still an important lesson in schools. But a suburban school found a homework assignment touched a raw nerve with some parents. CBS 2's Tony Aiello has the story new at 6.
It's been in the curriculum for a decade at South Mountain Elementary in South Orange. Fifth graders studying the colonial era, given an option to create an advertisement. One suggestion, a poster for a slave auction. Several students did just that. But some parents who saw the posters while visiting the school were offended. Many reacting on Facebook. I am mortified. These images actually hurt my heart. This is absolutely appalling and demeaning. We're a community built on diversity, not destructive ignorance and segregation.
I don't think the school should have allowed that at all.
I'm not upset by it because it's fact. The question really is, what's the context?
I can see how out of context people would get angry about that. I can see it's It's a tough assignment.
Indeed, a letter from the school superintendent said there should have been a note explaining the project, which was approved by an anti-bias education expert. Quote, "We need to do a better job of acknowledging the uglier parts of our past so that children learn the full story."
Turns out South Orange Maplewood is far from the first community where a slavery-related homework assignment has stirred controversy.
Posters, math homework, slave auction skits, slave songs, all have raised anger and concern. South Orange Maplewood apologized for what it called unintended offense, took the posters down, and promised to discuss the topic at an upcoming town hall. Tony Aiello, CBS 2 News.
This controversy comes as the school district investigates 2 instances of racist graffiti at the South Orange Middle School.
I know that this has to be going on, not just in Milwaukee, but all over. And so I want parents to pay attention, advocate.
A 4th grader's homework assignment causing controversy tonight. CBS 58's Garna Mejia joins us live in Wauwatosa with the school's response. Garna?
Kate, the children's homework asked them to list positive reasons for having slavery, something parents I spoke with today say is offensive to their young and impressionable children. This was a 4th grade assignment given to a class of 9-year-olds at Our Redeemer Lutheran School in Wauwatosa. List 3 bad reasons for slavery and 3 good ones.
He put, I feel there is no good reason for slavery. That is why I did not write.
Tramika Brownberry's son Jerome is in the 4th grade class.
I thought that it was highly offensive, very insensitive, and degrading to my 9-year-old African-American son.
She reached out to school administrators expressing her concern.
The simple fact that they were talking about slavery, I applauded him for that. It was the fact that she tried to have my son list 3 good reasons for slavery. There is no good reason for slavery.
School officials declined an on-camera interview, but they provided us with a statement that was also sent home with students today. In it, school officials apologized, saying they, quote, understand the words used showed a lack of sensitivity and were offensive. The purpose of the assignment was not to have students argue that any slavery is acceptable. This particular assignment is no longer a part of our curriculum.
I know what they meant, like, what did the people at that time think was good about it, or what did the people at that time think was bad about it, but they didn't say that.
Jessica Smith's daughter is also in the class.
And my daughter being mixed, it's, I don't want her to think that any of slavery was a good reason.
I still feel like it's a bad assignment.
Now, both parents say they've never had an issue like this at the school. They say they're happy with the way administrators are handling the matter, including their request to have additional training for teachers. Back to you.
This is the paper Robert Levar's 8th grade son was given to fill out in history class yesterday at Great Hearts Monte Vista Charter School.
My wife picks him up from school, and as soon as they pulled out of the parking lot, he showed her the assignment and was pretty distraught about having to perform such a classroom assignment.
You can see his son wrote not applicable on the side labeled positive aspects and wrote a long list of negative aspects. Robert says there's no excuse for this assignment.
The assignment itself, weighing the pros and cons of slave life from the slave perspective, quite honestly, is just gross.
The school immediately responded, agreeing with parents, saying there is no debate about slavery. It's immoral and a crime against humanity. In a statement from the school superintendent, they say, quote, our review of the situation found this incident to be limited to 1 teacher at just 1 campus. It was a clear mistake, and we sincerely apologize for the insensitive nature of this offense, end quote. The school has placed the teacher on leave while they investigate. The history book that is used in class has also been removed and may be replaced.
This is to be able to give school administrators and staff actionable items to implement change within their organizations, to make those organizations better. So this is a learning moment, not just for our student and our family, but really this is a learning moment for the school.
Robert, along with several parents, met with the school today. They say the school plans to have a response to their investigation by May 9th and will determine if the teacher involved keeps his job. Amanda Weber, Fox News at 9.
Very shocked by what she saw
Kelly Gray says her 7-year-old daughter had a question about her math homework. Gray read as part of the math assignment.
The master needed 192 slaves to work on plantation in the cotton fields.
Although it has racial undertones, I feel as though it has the worst undertone is, what are we teaching our children?
Carol Gray says her granddaughter attends Windsor Hills Elementary, a magnet school known for its math and science programs. But on Thursday, questions about a math problem included words master, slaves, and cotton.
We just took a million steps backwards.
Someone could have said, no, this is impossible. Are we really giving this assignment?
The same assignment, she says, was given to all the second graders at the school since the start of last week. Gray says Wednesday's assignment involved a man being shipped.
Her teacher said he was mailing himself to freedom.
She says it's culturally insensitive. LA Unified School District Superintendent Michelle King issued a written statement acknowledging what she calls an inappropriate math homework assignment. In part, it says LA Unified is committed to providing a safe, welcoming, nurturing, and secure learning environment for our students. All employees are expected to treat students with respect. The district takes this matter seriously, is investigating it, and will take appropriate administrative measures.
I don't believe anybody intentionally were being malicious, but nobody was being cautious.
You saw all these videos. We do not need our kids in these schools. It is, what is this infatuation with slavery? And it's almost like they like their version of slavery, not our version. We need to take a stand, because like I said, if you made this about Native Americans and about the genocide, if you take the Holocaust, take out slavery and use the same scenario but dealing with the Jewish Holocaust, and I say Jewish Holocaust because there was a Holocaust with blacks. They don't like to talk about it, but they like to put in the history books that we were slaves and then now we're here. There's Jim Crow and now we're here. But we were so much more than that. They will not create the narrative for us. They will not. Tell me what you guys think, because this is an outrage. And there's just, do you see what the administrators are in cahoots? They're taken up for these teachers. These are not just mistakes. This is purposely done. This is just like when the police shoots someone in the back and the chief says, oh, well, they did everything they could, No, they're race soldiers. They're racist. And so are these teachers, and they're teaching our kids. And then we have going from school to prison pipeline. This is an outcry. These are some racist teachers. They're trying to teach us about slavery. I have 2 black boys, and this highly upsets me. So now I have to teach my 4-year-old about slavery now, so he won't hear it the wrong way for someone else. You guys tell me what you think. Comment, subscribe, and hit the like button.